Hey, so today I'm gonna record a narrative about Kyle Collinsworth. Kyle Collinsworth is one of my heroes, and his story is very inspirational to me, and I think there's a lot that we can all learn from it. So Kyle Collinsworth is BYU basketball player. Obviously, he's a college basketball player. He's one of the best players in the NCAA at the moment, and I believe he's a point guard, but I don't know basketball very well. More of the nerdy type that watches Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. compulsively rather than the athletic type, but I really do think he's a point guard. At the moment, he is tied for the career record for triple doubles. He's tied with the great Shaquille O'Neal himself, which is pretty awesome. I mean, you have to admit, Shaquille O'Neal, one of the best basketball players in history. Some even say the best. And here we have Kyle Collinsworth, who's tied with him for a very significant record. So there's an amazing story behind Kyle Collinsworth's success. It's, like I said earlier, it's a very inspiring story, and it's one that really helps me along in life. So I'd like to share it with you, and I hope that it will be as inspirational for you as it is for me. So about a year ago, Kyle Collinsworth was a mediocre player. Last season, he was alright. He'd score points, and that was about it, you know. No defense, no assists, no rebounds. He's just a basketball player. He was just a guy out in the court that would make a basket sometimes. His percentages were awful. His shooting percentages were bad. His field goal percentages were alright. All in all, he was just kind of a average, mediocre kind of player. Nothing special about Kyle Collinsworth last season. He tore his ACL in the West Coast Conference Championship game, playing against Gonzaga. He was trying to make a basket, got in a scuffle with the guy by accident, and he completely tore his ACL, which is a debilitating injury, especially for athletic people. Makes it so you can't walk. Just a lot of not good stuff that comes from that. The doctor said he'd be out for 10 months. They said, there's no way you're playing next season. They said, you're just going to be out for 10 months. You're going to be on the bench for a really long time. And you'll be able to play again at some point. You'll be able to play basketball again, but it's not going to be anytime soon. You've got a long way to go. But they also said, if you work really hard, like freakishly hard, over the next 6 months, you might just be able to play next season. You're going to have to be committed. You're going to have to do special exercises. You're going to have to work day and night just to get your leg back in working order. And we can't promise anything, but we're pretty sure that if you work like mad for the next 6 months, then you can actually play again next season. So, Kyle Collinsworth I should mention that Kyle Collinsworth had never scored a triple-double in his career at this point. This was his second year. He's a junior right now. And so last year, when this injury happened, he was in his second year of basketball, and he'd never scored a single triple-double. And he had never even considered scoring a triple-double. He didn't see himself as a good basketball player. But he decided that he could just take this injury, work on it, get back in the game and be mediocre. Or he could set a goal. He could challenge himself and push himself and make himself into something amazing. So he decided to do that instead. He decided to work hard for the next 6 months, and he decided to do something even more significant. He decided that he was going to be Mr. Triple-Double. He wrote that down in his journal, that was his goal. So, he worked hard for 6 months, he got back in the game, and he scored 6 triple-doubles this season and tied Shaquille O'Neal. The crazy part is, Shaquille O'Neal scored his triple-doubles over the course of 4 years. Kyle Collinsworth scored his in the course of 1, just because he set a goal and he worked hard, and he knew how powerful those two simple things were. And the story is, as I've said twice already, it's very inspirational to me. It teaches us about the importance of hard work and goals, and it shows us that we can do anything if we just work hard and put our minds to it.